Yo, what's poppin', people? You're watching the UK's Home of Comedy, where comedy lives, and we're here, Backyard Comedy Club for Laugh Factory. Comedians on the night, Christopher Savage, Roman Harris, Kat, Lateef Lovejoy, and headlining, Kevin J. Without further ado, let's go.
Clearly, I don't have to do anything with the mic stand, because, you know... Sam Simmer, who got peace in the beamer? I've been great. I've been Roman Harris.
Yo, what's poppin', people? You're watching the UK's Home of Comedy. I'm here with Roman Harris. How do you set go for today?
It was lovely, man. But no, it was lovely to open, really warm. They were receptive to all of my ideas.
Yeah. I think one joke kind of went a little bit flat, though.
You know which one it was? Because I know. This is the joke, right? Because I was... I think I know exactly which joke you're talking about, but then at the same time, we'll talk about that off camera.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I felt it. You know, it's funny when you're on stage.
Yeah.
You can always feel like when a room are with you, and if you say something where they pull back a little bit, you can always feel it. But I think what's really important as a comic is always making sure that whatever you're saying represents you.
Yeah.
Because there's been times when I thought, oh no, I can't say that in this room, and I'm like, no. I wrote it, so I'm going to say it in whatever room I'm in, and I'll deal with the consequences. And I dealt with them consequences today.
You know what, I like the way that you handled it still, man. It was nice. You carried on, and you still went on strong to end on strong as well. So for me, man, I congratulate for doing those type of things.
Bless you,
you know what I'm saying?
You got to take chances. You got to swing. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You know what I'm saying?
That's what comedy is all about. You know what I mean? Taking those chances and just being raw with it. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So when it comes to comedy, what inspires you?
For me, it's life. Like, genuinely, life is the inspiration for it. And I think for most comics, you find that that's the case. It's what they go through. It's their experiences, their likes and dislikes. And that's why the comedy changes so much as you grow.
Yeah.
Because there's things I maybe said 4 years ago, and I'm like, that doesn't represent me anymore. But I'm in a different stage of my life, and this is what represents me now. So that's the inspiration in a nutshell, just living, man.
Okay, I love that response, man. So what keeps you going and keeps you grounded in comedy? Because obviously there's a lot of people now getting famous and rich off comedy, especially in the UK. Yeah. So what kind of keeps you grounded and still keeps you going doing comedy?
I'm broke.
I know you got B.
I think it's the love for it. And not just that, but the question of what can I become by continuing to do it.
Yeah.
You know, I had a gig recently, and it was one of the best gigs I've ever done. But I came off stage, and although I was happy, I was thinking to myself, in 5-10 years, I might look back on that gig and think, man, you weren't even scratching the surface.
Yeah.
So it's the endeavor of thinking, who can I become? How good can I get? What's my next joke gonna be, you know? So I think that's what keeps me going. And, you know, if everything comes from that, if fame or money comes from that, then great. But it's only going to come if you get really great at your craft. Yeah. And that's the journey right now that I'm on, just trying to get great, man.
Okay, so you're talking about your podcast. What's your podcast about?
So my podcast is actually not even a comedy podcast. Okay. It's called Eulogize Me. And the concept of the podcast is I get my guest to write their own eulogy. I know it sounds kind of dark.
Yeah.
But you see, when you take the time to write your own eulogy, you then start to focus on the things that matter to you.
Okay.
How do you want to be remembered? What are the things that you care about?
Yeah.
And then I get them on the podcast, we read their eulogy,
okay,
and then we just let the conversation go from there.
Oh, that's dope, man. I like that. That's a different concept still.
No, bless, man. I'm sure there'll be laughs along the way, but it's not, if you want to laugh, it's probably not the podcast to just go straight to, you know? But first episode filming on Tuesday. So
congratulations, man. That's what I'm saying, man.
You just got to do it.
Yeah. All right, then. That's been Roman Harris, UK's Home of Comedy. Come on, man. Look out, keep an eye out for this guy, man. He's gonna blow, man. He's gonna blow.
Follow me on socials at Hardy Ha Ha. Yeah, that's with 2 A's. I know it's long, but follow me.
Yeah, follow him, man. You know what I'm saying?
Give Chris a round of applause, man. How you doing, my man? How you doing, my motherfucking man?
You're watching UK's Home of Comedy. I'm Murray Magic, and I'm here with Lateef Lovejoy. He just come off the stage, totally ripped you. How do you feel, bro?
Amazing, man. It's amazing. It's always nice when you like, when you're creating material and you're a bit nervous, you've got a bit of anxiety, but you come on stage and then they kind of give you that reception.
Yeah.
That was probably my hottest show of the year so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear, man.
Yeah, man. Really enjoyed it. Big up the Backyard Comedy Club, UK comedy, UK black comedy.
Yeah.
Big you man up every time. So amazing, man. It's a pleasure.
That's what I'm talking about, man. So what keeps you inspiring to keep doing comedy? Because obviously you've been in the circuit for a minute now still. What keeps you going?
I think I've got a lot to say. I think I'm very good at interpreting everyday sort of situations. I think I have a good knack for comedy, generally speaking. And I think comedy this really gives you a lot of strengths in other areas to kind of do, presenting, acting, which I also do.
Yeah.
So comedy is kind of like my kind of segue into kind of developing characters and narrating them on stage, man, and getting responses.
No, I hear that, man. I like what you've been doing. Obviously, you've been a lot of TV advertisements and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like the Kiss FM.
I've kind of been known as the commercial king.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think brands just seem to like my face and my appeal, really. So I'm just trying to really transcend that success into doing a lot more television, a lot more film.
Yeah.
I'm working on. I've been having conversations to do a couple of feature films at the end of the year. And I'm traveling to South Africa again. Big up my South Africa.
Just talk about that still, man. So how did you do that? Because a lot of comedians, they want to go to America. Do you know what I mean? And do like comedy over there. So how did the South Africa like comedy scene how do you accept you, and how did you get even to be over there?
Do you know what's so mad? One of my good friends, a lady called Yvonne Orji. She was in Insecure the first season, well, all of the seasons anyway. She played Molly, and she went over there one time, and I saw her in South Africa performing.
Yeah.
And I thought, hold on a minute, I didn't know they had a comedy scene. So I've done some research. I thought, right, I'm gonna get a couple of emails and send out certain things to them, and they got back to me within a couple of days and offered me spots.
Oh, that's
and it's been a good relationship ever since then.
Yeah.
You get me?
How long you been going back and forth then now?
Since 2018.
It's dope, man.
Yeah. So now, like, I'm working with a company out there, so they're gonna rep me. So they're gonna kind of get me doing a lot of the corporate scene there, try and get me doing some South African TV, some South African film. Because I want to expand internationally. Yeah. I love the UK, and I love being an export from the UK as well. Because when you're from the UK and you really deliver abroad, you really shine. They really show you a lot of love.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I'm gonna ask you, what's your thoughts on the Cat Williams interview, talking about comedians and stuff like that, like stealing jokes and stuff? Yeah. How does that like take you?
We can all resonate to that because it's true.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I mean, listen, Cat is a very outspoken person.
Yeah.
A lot of the taboos he's kind of brought to the light. Some of it might have been exaggerated, some of it may be true.
Yeah.
But if you're hitting 40 million views in a week,
That's what I'm talking
that
about.
tells you that it's resonating with
Yeah,
people.
yeah,
You get me?
yeah,
And that opened up a whole can of worms, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Cat Williams, I mean, whatever you think about him, you've got to put respect on his name, because that guy has 12 comedy specials.
Yeah.
And he's a prolific comedic actor as well. But when you've got all of that in your arsenal, you have to respect him, because to do an hour, to create a seamless comedy hour that could be taken all around the world, that is very difficult. I've been working a lot on my hour for a good solid year now, year and a half now.
Okay.
And now I feel it's got the international standard where I can go anywhere in the world and deliver.
Nah, that's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
You know what, bruv, man? It's always good seeing you,
Listen,
bro. You're killing it right
Bruv,
now, bro.
Let me tell you something. Hammersmith College,
Come on, that's how far we go back.
We
You know what I'm saying?
we go way back.
Yeah,
and you know what? I love what you're doing for the scene, bro.
Thank
Keep
you very
it up.
much, man.
And what I really want to do is be in a position at some point where I can, create our scene, a production company,
yeah.
really make it happen. There needs to be more than Mo. I think Mo is amazing. Axel's amazing. Myself, Kojo,
Yeah.
Slim, Kane Brown, who's on fire, Christopher Savage,
Yeah.
Fumbi on
There needs to be a lot more people coming up as well.
So many people. So
Yeah.
what we need to do at some point is get together and start killing it, because what we have in the UK is we're authentic. We got a great comedy style,
Yeah.
and we have great cultural authenticity as well.
Yeah.
You're Caribbean, I'm Nigerian. There's
Yeah.
so much things that we can do and talk about that the world needs to see.
100%.
And that's why I'm always traveling. That's
Yeah.
why I'm always making these contacts and stuff like that, because I'm trying to really, push along with all the other great comedians, push us into the greatness that we all are.
That's what I'm
the
talking about.
The kings that we all are.
That's
bro.
what I'm talking about.
And queens. Big up Tanya Moore. Big up, Chantel Nash. Big
Yeah.
up Kyra Gray. All of those amazing
Judy Love.
comics.
Judy Love,
Love.
she's killing it right now. Do you know
Judy
what I'm
Love is amazing, man.
Yeah.
Amazing. I've got love for all of them.
Yeah.
And I'm loving what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
I'm loving the innovation. I'm loving everything, man. And also as well, I really have a lot of respect for comedians that came before me.
Yeah.
And I think that as comedians, we've got to pay homage to the Slims, to the Curtis Walkers, Felix Dexter, R.I.P.,
Yeah.
Mr. C, Special P, Toju,
Yeah.
Toju, yeah? People need to put a lot more respect on Toju's name.
Yeah.
Toju's been doing comedy for time, and as a Nigerian comedian, to me, he's one of my icons.
Yeah.
Because I remember being a kid watching this
him
guy
on TV.
kill it on,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I see it.
So absolutely. You know what I mean?
That's for my brother.
Yeah, big up every time, you know?